So let's try this again. I started before and didn't hit record. So hello everyone, welcome to the Knit1.tea2 podcast. My name is Dayle. I'm coming to you from Rhode Island, and I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for being here, and thank you to all my subscribers who have been here from the beginning. I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to subscribe, watch, like my videos, all that stuff. So I did do Vlogmas. I haven't recorded since Vlogmas, and I don't know why, but sitting down to do this almost feels like more intimidating to me than Vlogmas did. I don't know why. So first things first, why I'm wearing my scrappy Bias shawl that I did for my Advent project. If you followed along my Vlogmas, you saw the progress on this. I'll just show a little bit of it. So I love it. It's very long, and I love it so much. So this was definitely a good knit. I will put my Ravelry project page down below and link that. So really the purpose of this video is to go over the WIPS I still have for 2022 and my plans for 2023. Both knitting and kind of a little bit of life plans as well. Okay, so it is still school vacation. Liliana is still home. If you see her coughing, if you hear her coughing, she has a bit of a cold and she's got a tickle. Cold allergies, I don't even know at this point what it is. The weather keeps changing here. It's impossible to ever know. Are we allergic to our Christmas tree? Maybe. So, anyways, with a bit of stuffiness comes dripping and a tickle cough. So, with that being said, I'm going to pull out my notebook here because I have what I want to talk about there. I'm going to start with WIPS. So, which hopefully will become finished objects before the end of the year. So first, well, this one I really hope will. This is what I'm calling my vintage Christmas socks. And if you watched Vlogmas, you saw this. I do have the first one completed. This is actually comfy fingering weight yarn from Knit Picks. It is cotton. I first started it. It was a whole issue that I had. I ended up cutting down the number of stitches. I'll post the project page down below. I'm pretty sure I did 56, I think I'm doing. I'm hoping to finish this actually later today. We'll see how that goes. I'll work on that after I do this. So that hopefully will become a finished object and will not be a WIP that carries over to 2023. The next two things will. So, well, I say that, this one probably will. So in my avocado Santa bag from Ginger Snap Fibers, it's her tag, I have my Christmas yarn that Liliana picked out for me and my sister helped her purchase. It is Breaking Yarn. It is Breaking Violet is the colorway name. I'll post right here a picture of the full skein because I took a picture of the full skein before I wound it up. And then this is the cake of yarn, and I had it in the cozy that came with my snappy bag. It's so pretty. I love it. Purple is my favorite color, and I honestly don't knit with a lot of purple. I have done some, but especially like socks, I feel like. I have some purple socks that like my sister's made for me. And one, okay, Dale, you don't need to go into all that. This is what I have so far on the leg, the cuff, and 30, almost 40 rounds of the leg. Done on that. So that probably won't get done. It depends on when I finish my vintage Christmas socks. So there's that one. That WIP likely will go into 2023 with me. And that's okay. The other WIP that will definitely go into 2023 with me is my daughter's blanket. And I have showed this on other podcasts. It has not come up at all during Vlogmas because I haven't worked on it at all. So for this, I am using Big Twist Value yarn. Colorway. The pink is Bubblegum. And the teal is, oh my gosh, there's a thumbtack right there. Must have fallen off. Is teal. Just teal. So let me show you the blanket. I'm just striping it. So doing a whole skein of pink, a whole skein of teal, a whole skein of pink, one more teal, then one more pink, and then I'll be done. So that's that. So those are all my current WIPs. This is a low number of current WIPs. If you've watched other podcasts, if you've watched my Vlogmas, I tend to have a lot of things going at once. It's just how I work, I guess. I also have tea. Some nettle and red raspberry leaf tea in one of my Christmas mugs. All right. I'm trying to talk a little bit like I did with Vlogmas because I don't want it to feel stuffy. And like I said, it seems more intimidating to do a podcast episode now. All right, so I talked about my WIPs. Now my plans for 2023. All right, so I have 3 project plans. One is a blanket for my husband, and so that really has to wait until I finish Liliana's blanket. I'm hoping to get her blanket done for her birthday in February. It's February 5th. We'll see how much I work on that. If I finish the vintage Christmas socks, I need to knit a couple rows on her blanket today. I told myself. Okay. So this is my husband for Christmas. Got me a box of yarn. He went with my stepdaughter to Joann's, and they just picked out a bunch of yarn. And we had been trying to figure out what color he wanted a blanket. And he was like, nope, everything I showed him, nope, nope, nope. Well, he picked out for me one of the skeins that I wanted to knit him a blanket with. I'm like, you picked it out, you obviously like it. Can I please use this? The other one that you wanted, I can't find. Like, it's never in stock. So he finally said yes. It's fun. So it is fun colors. He likes fun colors. This is very much like, it reminds me of like the Spanish colors. He's Guatemalan, so it just really like reminded me of the Spanish colors. It is called Favorite Stripe. Is that the colorway? Well, this is 482 yards. I currently have 3. I think I need to go get a 4th one. I think I did the math wrong when I was in the store. They had all the same dye lots there, so I need to go back like now. And I'll double check. I'm going to take a picture of it. It is Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo Stripes, 482 yards. I think it's acrylic. Medium weight, 100% acrylic. And I'm really excited to knit this and see how it knits up, because look at the picture on, okay, Glare, go away, please. Look at the picture on the yarn. Like, that's gonna be so cool. I'm not crocheting it, I'm gonna knit it. Excuse me. But that's gonna look so cool if it stripes like that. So that's plan 1. All right, plan 2. Oh, I didn't prepare to share that. Let's see, let's just, we'll move along. So plan 2 is another skein that he got me for Christmas, was this Lion Brand Mandala Ombre yarn, and it's, I just love it, it's so pretty. And it is 150 grams, 344 yards, 100% acrylic. Yeah. So this, I'm going to make the Bandito scarf by Campbell. And it's like it becomes, it's just like a triangle. And so I really am loving my shawl that I made. And you can kind of make it and it becomes a shawl, a neck scarf, a head covering. It's repetitive. I don't know. I'm excited to try it. So, oh my gosh. I think that will showcase all of these colors very nicely. I just want to knock over my tea. Okay, so the third thing, I was going to bring over a pencil so I could check off what I've already talked about, but I think I forgot. Hold on one second. Alrighty, so let's see. The next thing I want to share is my sweater. So I'm going to make the Flex Pullover by TinCanKnits. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and I'll post a picture of it here. And yeah, because I didn't print out the picture page. I like to print out my patterns, but I don't have colored ink, so there's like a fuzz. So I'll post a picture of it here. Free pattern on Ravelry, and I think I can link the pattern below. So I'm really excited. So I'm doing I think this is the regular flax pullover. There is a light one as well with fingering yarn, but I decided I wanted to use worsted weight. And I got Knit Picks Brava worsted weight yarn in the Cobblestone Heather colorway. I'm so excited. I think this is going to showcase the pattern on the sleeve very well. So it is 100% acrylic, 218 yards, 100 grams gains. So I'm really excited for this. So I put it all in a bag. This is the bag my mom had made me. So that's going to be my sweater project bag. And I got everything together this morning, the yarn, the needles, the pattern, because that is going to be one of my New Year's Day cast-ons. I'm hoping to cast on the sweater, the shawl, and maybe a pair of socks. It's going to be a cast-on party for New Year's. That's my plan for, yeah, New Year's Day. So there's that. There's also a vest that I want to make. It was a free pattern on Ravelry as well, but I can't remember the name. I will post the name below, or like on the screen, post a picture above. I don't have any yarn for it yet. I don't have like set plans of when I'm going to start it. It's just something that I wanted to put on my list for things that I wanted to knit in 2023. Also, I have a cowl pattern that I want to knit in 2023. It was on my 2022 list and it just never happened. I won this pattern last year on a giveaway on Instagram, and it's called the Autumn Leaves Cowl, and it's handmade by Kunbi. I think that's how you say her name. And I'm just so excited. But I need to look up Aran weight yarn and see like what that is, what's comparable, because I was going to use fingering weight. My sister got me a skein of yarn for my birthday, and I was going to use that because I thought it would be really, really beautiful. But I don't think it's thick enough because it's fingering weight. And I'm not confident enough to adjust the pattern really for a different weight yarn. So I have to like look and see what Aran weight yarn is and if I have any yarn that would look good for it. I'll post a picture of the cowl here. So that's that. I really have nothing more to share of that. Maybe I could have kept that to myself, but it's a plan that I have. So I wanted to share it so that maybe I can look back and see. So I talked about the sweater, the vest, the cowl. Plans for socks. So I decided that number is wrong. I decided that I turned 30 in September of this year. And I was like, oh, maybe in 2023 I can knit 30 socks for my 30th year of life. And then I was chatting with a friend. She's like, well, technically your 30th year of life started in September and goes till September. So I thought that was brilliant. Hold on. I should have kept tally how many times I had to stop and restart the video. So my 30th year of life goes from September of 2022 to September of 2023. So I have completed 12 pairs of socks so far since September of 2022. So that means I need to do 18 pairs of socks in 2023 to make, actually before September of 2023, to make my goal of 30. So my goal right now is 18 pairs of socks before September, and then obviously I'll get more than that, but that's my goal so far. I don't want to set like an unrealistic goal, but I think 18 is doable. And I'm not saying it has to be like adult size socks. Like I make Liliana socks. I mean, I'm not going to count baby socks, but like I count Liliana socks. They take time. Like they're bigger than baby socks. So that's my plan for the 30, for my 30th year of life. And the 18 pairs of socks to make that 30. Okay, so my plan for podcasting is weekly to bi-weekly. I don't know if it's better or worse to have like I put out a video every week or every other week, or kind of do it sporadically. I don't necessarily, like personally, I watch videos. When I watch them, like I'm not one that's like, oh, I have to be at like every, Tuesday I'm gonna watch so-and-so's video. I just watch it when I feel like it. Like I will be watching Vlogmas probably until like June, because there's a lot of people that do Vlogmas and I just cannot keep up with them all. So I think it's just going to be sporadic. If there are people who are really like, nope, we want a set schedule, please let me know in the comments, because I will take into consideration what people want and how I can, best, what's the word I want to use? Best, I don't know. What's the word I want? Make the best experience on my channel for people, I guess, is what I want to say. So let me know about that, please. Okay, so talked about that. My other plan, so I am planning on making a video to go over my stats for 2022. And I want to put a slideshow at the end with pictures of mainly the socks I finished, but I want to do like the other things that I've done as well. And I will share more about that. I have made a list. I'm hoping to do that. I kind of want to do it Sunday, the first day of the year, because I'm really hoping to get these socks done to be able to add that in as well. And it's going to take me a little bit to get all the pictures. So I'm hoping to record my stats by then on Sunday or tomorrow, depending. And then even if it goes and gets uploaded a few days later, I will have those stats there so that I can look back. I don't really like listening to myself and rewatching myself, but I think I'm going to find it helpful to have that information to be able to compare both years. Not that it's not a competition with myself. Like, it really isn't. I just am curious to see the variations and how much I've grown in my knitting. Because if I had done this last year, I don't know if I have statistics from last year. I had the things that I wanted to knit, which I did get a lot accomplished for the things that I wanted to knit. But I don't think that I had like a list of what I knit. Oh, I do in 2021. So maybe I'll do a little bit of comparison, because I'll have to add up all those things when I do that video. And then more of a personal. So I just pulled out a notebook for my 2022 journal. Liliana and I do, my daughter Liliana, she is 6, she'll be 7 in February, and we are doing 1,000 hours outside challenge this year. We do not, my other notebook is over there. We will not get to 1,000 hours this year, and that's okay, because we have done so much. We've played out in the snow so much because we are motivated. We were motivated to get those hours. We have so many good memories, so many different things that we've done, and it's just really awesome to do. So we're gonna restart again in January. We would have reached our goal, but the fall with illnesses and such has just been horrible. that it was just like, and I wasn't putting pressure on myself, but it was rough. And I think that if that hadn't happened, we would have reached the goal, but that's okay. Regardless, it's been an experience, it's been a journey, and we're going to restart again in January. So in the back here, I have those trackers. So I will link the website below if you're interested. It's 1,000 Hours Outside. The woman who began this movement is named Ginny. I'm pretty sure that's her name, Ginny. And there are trackers free for download on the website. She's got blogs, a podcast, which I haven't personally listened to, but there's a podcast, there's a Facebook group for ideas. She has an Instagram account. It's wonderful, and it's just very motivational. So this is Liliana's tracker sheet for next year. And I put it in the back of my journal or my notebook this year because it was in the front this year. So every time I went to any other pages, I kind of got smushed a little. This is my tracker. This is the one that I chose. It's a log. So that's the one I will be using. And then Ginny shared on Instagram her plans for 2023. And one of the things that she was going to do was do 1,000 miles moved this year, because she wanted to motivate herself to move more in 2023. And I was just telling Dan, my husband, yesterday, we were hiking and saying, eventually I want to start, like in the spring, really focus on walking and increase my miles. And I want to get up to 8 miles in one day, because I want to, there's a hike that I want to do in the summer that's an 8-mile like round trip. So like 8 miles from the tent site to the summit of Mount Lafayette in New Hampshire and back to the tent site. So it's 4 miles to the summit, 4 miles back. So it's an 8-mile total day. So I really want to be up to like walking 8 miles and feel strong and feel confident that I can do that comfortably, because really I want to do that summit. I've wanted to for many years. I almost did it when I was a kid and I just couldn't make it there, and it's haunted me ever since. So that's my plan. And so I thought if I could track the miles I've walked in 2023, I think that'd be really, really cool. So one of the trackers that they have, there are multiple options, is this maze tracker. And if you can see, it says 1,000 hours outside in like the maze. And I am going to track my miles walked. So I'm really excited for that, because I think that'd be so cool. I did the math and realized then it was the math for like the hours outside and the walking. If I average 2.7 miles a day and do that for 365 days, then I will reach the 1,000 miles. So obviously some days I'm not gonna walk that far. Some days I'll walk less. Like, it will all depend on the weather too. But that's not bad. And the same thing with hours outside. Like, that's interesting. The fact that we haven't done that, it's a little sad, but it's okay. So that's that plan. The plan for the rest of my journal is I have the page for the month, and I don't always keep up with this. This is not, no. And then I think I did 2 months for this year, January and February. And then each month I want to record the books that I read, my knits for the month, and I think that was it. And then the time outside, but that goes in the back. So, and then, you know, obviously some days I journal, some days I don't. Some days I have thoughts that I want to write down. Some days I don't. So that's what the rest of the pages will be for in there. So I won't do each month like now, because I don't know how many pages I will actually need for each month. That's my plan for that. I have my little journal that I shared on one of my podcast episodes, and this is going to be for podcast notes, like episode notes, things that I finished that I want to share, because that won't go monthly. It will totally depend on what my podcast schedule winds up being. So I think that's it for my plans, my WIPS, my plans for 2023. Once again, I appreciate everyone for being here, for watching my videos, for watching Vlogmas. I really do appreciate it. I also want to know what people prefer. Do you prefer more of like a sit down like this? Do you prefer that maybe I take a day a week or bi-weekly, like I said, depending on what my schedule is going to be, and do more of like a vlog through that day and share my projects. That in that way, I like to watch a variety of both. So maybe I'll just do a variety of both. Maybe I'll make sure once a month, maybe I'll do more of a vlog style and share a little bit more about my day if there's going to be some interesting things throughout the day. Let me know. I'm open to feedback. I really just want to create content that people enjoy watching. So thank you very, very much. And I will be recording hopefully one more time before this year ends, but likely it won't go up until the new year. So I will see you in the new year.